Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Gaur Premanandi. So start the class? Yeah. Okay. Shri Chaitanya-charitamrta ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki jai. Shri Chaitanya-charitamrta Acharya Vrinda ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Bhakta Vrinda. So, Sri Chaitanya-charitamrta, Madhya-lila, chapter 4. We've just completed chapter 3, Mahaprabhu's stay at the house of Advaita Acharya. And Mahaprabhu has just assured Mother Shachi that he will stay within range, so she'll get news of him. Mahaprabhu wants to be near Shachi Devi, but be far enough away so that criticism doesn't come to him as a result of being in too close proximity to his mother. So Mahaprabhu is showing by example the position of sannyas and giving through his own life simultaneously the position and the importance of on a spiritual platform of the mother and spiritual relations. So there's those two things are going on simultaneously. Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. So chapter 4, Sri Mādhavendra Puri's devotional service. In his Amrita Prabhaha Bhasya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives the following summary of the 4th chapter. Passing along the path of Chaturabhoga and Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Okay. Passing along the path of Chaturabhoga and coming to Vridha Mantreshvara, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached the border of Orissa. On his way, he enjoyed transcendental bliss by chanting and begging alms in different villages. In this way, he reached the celebrated village of Remuna, where there is a deity of Gopinath. There he narrated the story of Mādhavendra Purī as he heard it from his spiritual master, Ishwara Purī. The narration is as follows. One night, while in Govardhan, Mādhavendra Purī dreamed that the Gopal deity was within the forest. The next morning, he invited his neighborhood friends to accompany him to excavate the deity from the jungle. He then established the deity of Sri Gopalaji on top of Govardhan Hill with great pomp. Gopala was worshipped and the Annakuta festival was observed. This festival is known everywhere, and many people from neighboring villages came to join. One night, the Gopal deity again appeared to Mādhavendra Purī in a dream and asked him to go to Jagannath Puri to collect some sandalwood pulp and smear it on the body of the deity. Having received this order, Mādhavendra Purī immediately started for Orissa. So receiving the order of the deity immediately, everything is dropped, and Mādhavendra Purī starts for Orissa to get the sandalwood to bring back for the deity. Traveling through Bengal, he reached Remuna village and there received a pot of condensed milk, kshira, offered to the deity of Gopinathji. The pot of condensed milk was stolen by Gopinath and delivered to Mādhavendra Purī. Since then, the Gopinath deity has been known as Kshira Chora Gopinath, the deity who stole the pot of condensed milk. After reaching Jagannath Puri, Mādhavendra Purī received permission from the king to take 1 mound of sandalwood and 20 tolas of camphor. Aided by 2 men, he brought these things to Remuna. Again, he saw in a dream that Gopal at Govardhan Hill desired that very sandalwood to be turned into pulp mixed with camphor and smeared over the body of Gopinathji. Understanding that that would satisfy the Gopal deity at Govardhan, Mādhavendra Purī executed the order and returned to Jagannath Puri. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu narrated this story for Nityananda Prabhu and other devotees and praised the pure devotional service of Mādhavendra Purī. When he recited some verses composed by Mādhavendra Purī, he went into an ecstatic mood. But when he saw that many people were assembled, he checked himself and ate some sweet rice prasadam. Thus he passed the night, and the next morning he again started for Jagannath Puri. Yasmai datum charayam kshira bhandam gopinata chira charabidhu bhut Sri Gopala pradurashid vasha san yat prema tam madhavendram natosmi. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Mādhavendra Purī, who was given a pot of sweet rice stolen by Sri Gopinath and celebrated thereafter as Kshira Chora Gopinath. Being pleased by Mādhavendra Puri's love, Sri Gopal, the deity at Govardhan, appeared to the public vision. Bhaktivinoda Thakur annotates that this Gopal deity was originally installed by Vajra, the great-grandson of Krishna. Mādhavendra Purī rediscovered Gopal and established him at the top of Govardhan Hill. This Gopal deity is now situated at Nathdwara under the management of descendants of Vallabhacharya. I forgot that. The worship of the deity is very luxurious, and one who goes there can purchase varieties of prasadam by paying a small price. So many of these deities that were situated in and around Vrindavan at the time of Aurangzeb, who was the grandson of Akbar, Aurangzeb attacked, with his cavalry, attacked Vrindavan, and many of the deities were taken to Rajasthan. And amongst those deities is the Gopal deity, who is now at Nathdwar and called Srinathji. I've gone there in the 70s. I used to go every year to Udaipur, and then go from Udaipur to Nathdwar and see Srinathji. And I even met the then leader of the Vallabhacharya Sampradaya, and had some talk with him, but it was very, very bizarre.
What happened?
Well, I was told that I could meet him by some very nice, brahmacharis and others. First you stand in a queue and you get darshan of the deity after about an hour, and I got that. And then I inquired about the acharya, and they said, oh, you can see him. So after some time, they brought me into this courtyard, and this guy came out who was all dressed in fine clothes, and I offered my dandavat, and he began to laugh. And I looked up at him, and his mouth was red, and he was chewing pan. And I thought, what is this? And then later I read that line was like a biological line that had become deviated and was later disposed of by the Vallabhacharya line. And he was so much deviated that he ordered that all the newly married wives would have to stay with him. And they were following. These people were so much believers that they followed the Acharya's, so-called Acharya's direction. So I understood why I was so, grossed out by the guy. But, all the brahmacharis and others were very nice and, seemingly following properly. But the Acharya became deviated. So the descendants of Vallabhacharya, and that sampradaya, what is the Vedanta of that sampradaya? Shuddha Advaitavad, yeah, in the line of Vishnu Swami, yes, okay. And of course we know Vallabhacharya was associating with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before he went to Gujarat, and had his own opinion of the understanding of, Krishna consciousness and the relationship between Radha and Krishna. Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandra Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Advaita Prabhu, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Niladriga Mana Jagannatha Darashana Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya Prabhura Milana Esaba Lila Prabhura Dasa Vrindavana Vistari Kariyachena Uttama Varana. The Lord went to Jagannath Puri and visited Lord Jagannath's temple. He also met with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. All these pastimes have been very elaborately explained by Vrindavan Das Thakur in his book Chaitanya Bhagavat. Sahajevi Chitra Madhura Chaitanya Vihara Vrindavana Dasa Mukhe Amritera Dhara. By nature, all the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are very wonderful and sweet. And when they are described by Vrindavan Das Thakur, they become like a shower of nectar. Ataeva taha varnile hoya purna punarukti damba kori varniyad taiche nahi shakti. Therefore, I very humbly submit that since these incidents have already been nicely described by Vrindavan Das Thakur, I would be very proud to repeat the same things, and this would not be very good. I do not have such powers. Chaitanya Mangale Yaha Korila Varnana Sutra Rupe Se Lila Koriya Suchana. I am therefore presenting only a synopsis of those events already described elaborately by Vrindavan Das Thakur in his Chaitanya Mangala, now known as Chaitanya Bhagavat. So notice Kaviraj Goswami has such great respect for Vrindavan Das Thakur and is always repeatedly offering his respects and declaring how beautifully Vrindavan Das Thakur has described these things, and therefore he's only giving a short summary for the sake of continuity. Tamra Sutre Ache Teha Na Koila Varnana Yatha Kantanchit Kori Selila Katana. Some of the incidents he did not describe elaborately, but only summarized, and these I shall try to describe in this book. Ataeva Tanrapaya Kori Namaskara, Tanrapaya Aparada Na Hauk Amara. I thus offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Vrindavan Das Thakur. I hope that I will not offend his lotus feet by this action. E Mata Mahaprabhu Chalila Nilachale Chari Bhakta Sange Krishna Kirtana Kutuhale Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proceeded towards Jagannath Puri with 4 of his devotees, Chari Bhakta Sanghe. And he chanted the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna mantra, with great eagerness. Kutuhale, eagerness. Bhikshalagi ekadina ekagrama giya apane bahuta ana anila magia. Each day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to a village and collected a great quantity of rice and grains for the preparation of prasadam. Pate bada bada dani vigna nahi kode ta sabare kripa kodi oila remunare. There were many rivers on the way. In each river there was a tax collector at each river. The tax collectors did not hinder the Lord, however, and he showed them mercy. Finally, he reached the village of Remuna. So in Remuna there's a temple, Chora Gopinath, and within the temple the samadhi of the chief disciple of Shamananda Goswami can still be found there. Remunate Gopinatha Parama Mohana Bhakti Kodi Koila Prabhu Taradarashana. The deity of Gopinath in the temple of Remuna was very attractive. Lord Chaitanya visited the temple and offered his obeisances with great devotion. Tarapada Padma Nikata Pranama Korite Tara Pushpa Chuda Padila Prabhura Mahate. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered his obeisances at the lotus feet of the Gopinath deity, the helmet of flowers on the head of Gopinath fell down and landed on the head of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These are extraordinary pastimes. That the deity is giving the flowers to Mahaprabhu directly. And this is perceivable by those around him. Chudapana Mahaprabhura Anandita Mana Bahunritya Gita Koila Lana Bhakta Gana. When the deity's helmet fell upon his head, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very pleased, and thus he chanted and danced in various ways with his devotees. Prabhura Prabhava Deki Prema Rupa Guna Vishmita Hoila Gopinatira Dasa Gana. All the servants of the deity were struck with wonder due to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's intense love, his exquisite beauty, and his transcendental qualities. Prema Rupa is love and beauty. Nana Rupe Priya Koila Prabhura Sevana Se Ratri Taha Prabhu Korila Vanchana. Because of their love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they served him in many ways, and that night the Lord stayed at the temple of Gopinath. So the Vaishnavas immediately see the beauty and love of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and automatically begin to serve him. This is the wonderful nature of Vaishnavas and Vaishnavism, that the service comes very naturally and automatically when there's a perceived mutual relation and exchange of loving service. Mahaprasada Kshira Lobhe Rahila Prabhu Tata Purve Ishwara Puri Tara Kahiya Chena Kata. The Lord remained there because he was very eager to receive the remnants of sweet rice offered to the Gopinath deity, having heard a narration from his spiritual master, Ishwara Puri, of what had once happened there. Kshira Chora Gopinatha Prasiddha Tara Nama Bhaktagane Kahe Prabhu Seta Akyana. That deity was widely known as Kshira Chora Gopinath, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told his devotees the story of how the deity became so famous. Purve Madhava Purira Lagi Kshira Koila Churi Ataeva nama hoila kshira chora hori. Formerly, the deity had stolen a pot of sweet rice from Mādhavendra Purī. Therefore, he became very famous as the Lord who stole the sweet rice. Purve Sri Madhava Puri Oila Brindavana Brahmite Gela Giri Govardhana. Once, Srila Mādhavendra Purī traveled to Vrindavan, where he came upon the hill known as Govardhan. Prema Mata Nahitara Ratri Dina Jnana Kshane Ute Kshane Pade Nahi Stanga Stana. Mādhavendra Purī was almost mad in his ecstasy of love of Godhead, and he did not know whether it was day or night. Sometimes he stood up, and sometimes he fell to the ground. He could not discriminate whether he was in a proper place or not. So he's lost in love of Godhead in Vrindavan at Govardhan. Mādhavendra Purī. Shaila Parikrama Kodi Govinda Kunda Asi Snana Kodi Briksha Tale Ache Sandhyaya Vasi. After circumambulating the hill, Mādhavendra Purī went to Govinda Kunda and took his bath. He then sat beneath a tree to take his evening rest. Gopala Balaka Eka Dugda Bandalana Asi Agi Dori Kichu Balila Hasiya. While he was sitting beneath a tree, an unknown cowherd boy came with a pot of milk and placed it before Mādhavendra Purī, and smiling addressed him as follows. Puri e dugdalana kori tuma pana, magi kene nahi kao, kiba kora dhyana. O Mādhavendra Purī, please drink the milk I have brought. Why don't you beg some food to eat? What kind of meditation are you undergoing? Balakera sundarya purira hoila santosha tahara madhura vakya gela bhakta shosha. When he saw the beauty of that boy, Mādhavendra Purī became very satisfied. Hearing his sweet words, he forgot all hunger and thirst. Puri kahe ke tumi kaha tomara vasa ke mate janila ami kori upavasa. Mādhavendra Purī said, who are you? Where do you reside? And how do you know that I am fasting? Balaka kahe gopa ami e grame vasi amara grameti keha narahe upavasi. The boy replied, sir, I'm a cowherd boy, and I reside in this village. In my village, no one fasts. Keha ana magi kyaya, keha dugdha dhara, anya chaka jane ami diete ahara. In this village, a person can beg food from others and thus eat. Some people drink only milk, but if a person does not ask anyone for food, I supply him all his edibles. Jalanite stri gana tomara deki gela, stri saba dugda dia amara Madhya-lila. The women who come here to take water saw you, and they supplied me with this milk and sent me to you. Godahana korite chahi sigra ami yaba, arabara asi ami e banda laiba. The boy continued, I must go very soon to milk the cows, but I shall return and take back this milk pot from you. Etabali gela balaka na dekia ara, Mādhavendra Purīra chite hoila chamatkara. Saying this, the boy left the place. Indeed, he suddenly could not be seen anymore, and Mādhavendra Purī's heart was filled with wonder. Chamatkara, wonder. Chite, in the mind or heart. Dugdapana kori banda dunha rakila batadeki se balaka puna na aila. After drinking the milk, Mādhavendra Purī washed the pot and put it aside. He looked towards the path, but the boy never returned. Vasinama laya puri nidra nahi hoya shesha ratri Chandra Hoila, Bhaya Britti Loya. Mādhavendra Purī could not sleep. He sat and chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and at the end of the night he dozed a little, and his external activities stopped. Swapne deki se balaka, sanmukhe asina, eka kunje lana gela hatate dorina. In a dream, Mādhavendra Purī saw the very same boy. The boy came before him, holding his hand, he took him to a bush in the jungle. So the cowherd boy comes in a dream to Mādhavendra Purī, takes his hand and brings him to the jungle. Kunja dekana kahe, ami e kunjarai, sita brishti vata gnite, mahaduka pai. The boy showed Mādhavendra Purī the bush and said, I reside in this bush, and because of this I suffer very much from severe cold, rain showers, winds, and scorching heat. Gramera loka ani ama kada kunja hoite, parvata upare lana raka bala mate. Please bring the people of the village and get them to take me out of this bush. Then have them situate me nicely on top of the hill. Ekamata kori taha karaha stapana, bahu shitala jale kore sri anga marjana. Please construct a temple on the top of that hill, the boy continued, and install me in that temple. After this, wash me with large quantities of cold water so that my body may be cleansed. So somehow, this Gopal has been hidden in the forest amongst the bushes, probably to avoid destruction. And now he's come to Mādhavendra Purī in a dream and instructed Mādhavendra Purī to take him out of the jungle and build a temple. Bahudina tomara pata kore nirishkyana, habe ashi madhava ama koriba sevana. For many days I have been observing you, and I have been wondering, when will Mādhavendra Purī come here to serve me? Tomara prema vase kori seva angikara, darshana diya nishtariba sakala samsara. I have accepted your service due to your ecstatic love for me, and thus I shall appear, and by my audience all fallen souls will be delivered. Sri Gopala Namamora Govardhana Dhari, Vajrera Stapita Ami Iha Adhikari. My name is Gopal. I am the lifter of Govardhan Hill. I was installed by Vajra, and here I am the authority. Shola upare hoite ama kunje lukana, mlecha baya sevaka mora gela palana. When the Muslims attacked, the priest who was serving me hid me in this bush in the jungle. Then he ran away out of fear of the attack. So confirmed. Se hoite rahi ami e kunjastane, bhala hoila aila ama kanda savadhane. Since the priest went away, I have come here. I have been staying in this bush. It is very good that you have come here. Now just remove me with care. So this is before the time of Mahaprabhu. So it was before the attack of Aurangzeb, and sometime after the Muslims invaded India. So somewhere around after 800. Anytime it could have occurred. There's probably some specific attack that came in history, but who knows when. But it definitely didn't happen later when the last attack came, when they attacked and Govinda was taken to Jaipur, and Gopal finally taken to Nathdwar. Okay, where are we? Okay. Se hoite rahi ami e kunjastane, bhala hoila aila atma kada savadhane. Since the priest went away, I've been staying in this bush. It is very good that you have come here. Now just remove me with care. Etabali se balaka antardhana koila, jagya madhava puri vichara korila. After saying this, the boy disappeared. Then Mādhavendra Purī woke up and began to consider his dream. Sri Krishna ke dekina muni marinu chinite, etabali premavasi podila bhumite. Mādhavendra Purī began to lament. I saw Lord Krishna directly, but I could not recognize him. Thus he fell to the ground in ecstatic love. Shaneka rodana kordi manakoila dira agya palana lagi hoila shustira. Mādhavendra Purī cried for some time, but then he fixed his mind on executing the order of Gopal. Thus he became tranquil. Prata snana kori puri grama Madhya-lila sabaloka ekatra kori kahite lagila. After taking his morning bath, Mādhavendra Purī entered the village and assembled all the people. Then he spoke as follows. Gramera Ishwara Tomara Govardhana Dhari Kunje Ache Chala Tanre Bahira Yakordi. The proprietor of this village, Govardhan Dhari, is lying in the bushes. Let us go there and rescue him from that place. Atyanta Nirvada Kunja Nari Pravishite Kutare Kodali Laha Dwara Korite. The bushes are very dense, and we will not be able to enter the jungle. Therefore, take choppers and spades to clear the way. Shuniloka Tanra Sange Chalila Harishe Kunjakate Dwara Kori Korela Praveshe. After hearing this, all the people accompanied Mādhavendra Purī with great pleasure. According to his direction, they cut down the bushes and cleared a path and entered the jungle. Kunjakati, cutting the bushes. Takura dekila mati trina achadita deki saba loka hoila anande vishmita. When they saw the deity covered with dirt and grass, they were all struck with wonder and pleasure. Avarana durakori korila vidite Mahabhari Takura Keha Nardi Chalaite. After they had cleansed the body of the deity, some of them said, the deity is very heavy, no single person can lift him. Maha Balista Loka Ekatra Korina Parvata Upari Gela Puri Takura Lana. Since the deity was very heavy, some of the stronger men assembled to carry him to the top of the hill. Mādhavendra Purī also went there. Patarera Singhasani Takura Vasaila Bada Eka Patara Prishte Avalambadila. A big stone was made into a throne, and the deity was installed upon it. Another big stone was placed behind the deity for support. Gramera Brahmana Sabha Navagatalana Govinda Kundera Jala Anila Chanina. All the Brahmin priests of the village gathered together with 9 water pots and water from Govinda Kunda lake and brought there and the water was brought there and filtered. Nava Shata Gata Jala Koila Upanita Nana Vadya Beri Bhaje Stri Gana Gaya Gita. When the deity was being installed, 900 pots of water were brought from Govinda Kunda. There were musical sounds of bugles and drums and the singing of women. Keha Gaya Keha Nache Mahatsova Hoila Dari Dugda Grita Oila Grame Yata Chila. During the festival, at the installation ceremony, some people sang and danced. All the milk, yogurt, and clarified butter in the village were brought to the festival. Bhoga Samagri Dila Sandeshari Yata Nana Upahara Taha Kahite Pari Kata. Various foods and sweetmeats, as well as other kinds of presentations, were brought there. I am unable to describe all these. Tulasi Adi Pushpa Vastra Oila Aneka Apane Madhava Puri Koila Abhisheka. The villagers brought a large quantity of tulsi leaves, flowers, and various kinds of garments. Then Sri Mādhavendra Purī personally began the Abhishek, the bathing ceremony. Hari Bhakti Vilas, 6 Vilas, verse 30, it is stated that the deity should be bathed in water mixed with yogurt and milk, accompanied by the sound of conch shells, bells, and other instruments, and the chanting of mantra, Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya, as well as the chanting of Brahma Samhita verses beginning with Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu Kalpa Vriksha Lakshavritesu Surabhi Abhipalyantam. It's Prabhupada's purport. So Hari Bhakti Vilas gives information about the worship of the deity and exactly how to do it is contained there. Amangala Dura Kori Karaila Snana Bahu Toila Dia Koila Shriyanga Chikana. After all auspicious things were driven away by the chanting of the mantra, all inauspicious things were driven away by the chanting of the mantra, the deity's bathing ceremony started. First, the deity was massaged with a large quantity of oil so that his body became very glossy. Sri Anga, the body.
Snana is?
Bath. Snana, bathing. Amangala, all inauspiciousness. Amangala. Panchagavya, Panchamrite, Snana Korana, Mahasnana Koraila, Shatagata Dina. After the first bathing, further bathings were conducted with Panchagavya and then with Panchamrita. Then the Mahasnana was performed with ghee and water, which had been brought in 100 pots. The ingredients of Panchagavya are milk, yogurt, ghee, cow urine, and cow dung. I remember for the ceremony when we installed the deity in Chicago, we went to farms and got cow dung and cow urine and made this Panchagavya. The Panchamrita consists of 5 kinds of nectar: yogurt, milk, ghee, honey, and sugar. The major portions of this preparation also comes from the cow. To make it more palatable, sugar and honey are added. Puna Toila Divya Koila Sri Anga Chikana Shanka Gando Dake Koila Snana Samadhana. After the Maha Snana was finished, the deity was again massaged with scented oil and his body made glossy. Then the last bathing ceremony was performed with scented water kept within a conch shell. In his commentary on this occasion, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur quotes from the Hari Bhakti Vilas: barley powder, wheat powder, vermilion powder, urad dal powder, and another powder preparation called avata, made by mixing banana powder and ground rice, are applied to the deity's body with a brush made from the hair at the end of a cow's tail. This produces a nice finish. The oil smeared over the body should be scented. To perform the Mahasnana, at least 2.5 manas, about 24 gallons of water, are needed to pour over the body of the deity. Srila Prabhupada was like that. He had us make this giant ceremony for the deity installation in Chicago. They were sent from Jaipur when the deities for Bhaktivedanta Manor were sent. So they're twins with the deities of Bhaktivedanta Manor. They look almost identical. Kishore Kishori, and what's the name of Bhaktivedanta Manor deities? I forget. You know Maharaj? No. Anyway, they were like twins, and in the installation we had this gymnasium that was converted to a temple and a big covered pandal type arrangement, and then a fire sacrifice in the middle, and then the bathing ceremony there. And hundreds of Indians came. It was a big deal for the Indians. Okay. Sri Anga Marjana Kori Vastra Paraila Chandana Tulasi Pushpa Mala Anga Dila. After the body of the deity was cleansed, he was dressed very nicely with new garments. Then sandalwood pulp, tulasi garlands, and other fragrant flower garlands were placed upon the body of the deity. Dupa dipa kore nana boga lagaila, dari dugda sandeshadi, yata kichu oila. After the bathing ceremony was finished, incense and lamps were burned and all kinds of food offered before the deity. These foods included yogurt, milk, and many sweet meats as were received. So people brought all kinds of foods for offering. Suvasita jalanava patre samarpila, achamana dia se tambula nivedila. The deity was first offered many varieties of food, then scented drinking water in new pots, and then water for washing the mouth. Finally, pan mixed with a variety of spices was offered. Aratrika kori koila bahuta stavana, dandavata kori koila atma samarpana. After the last offering of tambula and pan, Boga Arti was performed. Finally, everyone offered various prayers and then obeisances, falling flat before the deity in full surrender. Atma samarpana, self-surrender. Dandavat kori koila atma samarpana. They did this offering of dandavat with full self-surrender. This is the nature of the villagers. They were just devotees living in Govardhan and meant for the service of the deity of Gopal. So they had immediately full surrender to the deity. But this offering of pan was never done in ISKCON. We never do it, right, Maharaj? Prabhu? We never offer pan, do we?
No.
No, yeah.
Sometimes I offer. Sometimes when the Hindus bring it,
Yeah?
I offer it to the deity, and then I...
But not formally, right? Yeah, yeah.
Because we offer in meditation.
Yeah, yeah.
When one day appear, okay, I offer.
Yeah, yeah. To help them, yeah.
But after, it's no standard.
Yeah, it's not the standard. Okay.
And sometimes the Hindu offer, they bring it sometimes.
Right.
And I physically I offer after I put in the person. So the whole is
Okay, verse 67.
In Chaitanya-charitamrta, in Saraswati Thakur's time, they would offer it.
Really? Wow.
But they would, after it was offered, they would bury it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The berry, right?
Yeah, the Buddhists wouldn't actually take that prashad. They would bury it. But then Guru Maharaj didn't establish it.
Yeah. Same with Srila Prabhupada. They both didn't
I was thinking to bury, where to bury in the street.
You have to take a jackhammer to the sidewalk. Okay. Gramera yateka tandula dali godhuma churna sakala aniya dila parvata hoila purna. As soon as the people of the village had understood that the deity was going to be installed, they had brought their entire stocks of rice, dal, and wheat flour. They brought such large quantities that the entire surface of the top of the hill was filled. So they all brought everything to give to the Lord. I remember one time Srila Govindaraj was visiting. I was grihastha and living near Green Street in a house. And he came and I was thinking, okay, I'll give him 100 pounds. And so I went to get the 100 and I had this stack of maybe 300 or 400. And I thought, what can I do? I have to give it all. And so I gave it all. And so just impelled by the necessity of the presence of real transcendence. So I guess the villagers are also giving everything. They're bringing everything for the deity to in their surrendered mood. Of course, yeah, that story of me is just a perverted reflection. Kumbhakara Gauri Chila Ye Mridbhajana Saba Anila Prate Chandila Randhana. When the villagers brought their stock of rice, dal, and flour, the potters of the village brought all kinds of cooking pots, and in the morning the cooking began. Dasha Vipra Anarandi Kore Eka Stupa Jana Pancha Randhe Vyanjanadi Nana Supa. The Brahmins cooked the food grains, and 5 Brahmins cooked both dry and liquid vegetables. Vanya Shaka Pala Mule Vivida Vyanjana Keha Bada 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 Buddy Kade Kore Vipragana. The vegetable preparations were made from various kinds of spinach, roots, and fruits collected from the forest, and someone made buddhas and buddy by mashing dal. Buddhas and buddy, okay. In this way, the Brahmins prepared all kinds of food. Jana Pancha Sata Ruti Kore Rashi Ana Vyanjana Sabha Rahe Grite Bhasi. 5 to 7 men prepared a huge quantity of chapatis, which were sufficiently covered with ghee, as were all the vegetables, rice, and dal. Grite, ghee. Basi, overflooding. Nava Vastra Pati Tahe Pala Sera Pata Randi Randi Tara Upara Rasi Koila Bata. All the cooked rice was stacked on palasa leaves, which were on new cloths spread over the ground. Randi, cooking and cooking. I Mahaprabhu. What time is it?
8:06.
Okay, so we can read a little more. Okay. Tara Pashe Ruti Rasira Parvata Hoila Supa Adi Vranjana Banda Chaudika Darila. Around the stack of cooked rice were stacks of chapatis, and all the vegetables and liquid vegetable preparations were placed in different pots and put around them. Ruti, chapatis. Tara Pashe Dadi Dugda Mata Shikarini Payasa Matani Sara Pashe Dhoriani. Pots of yogurt, milk, buttermilk, and shikarini, sweet rice, cream, and solid cream, were placed alongside the vegetables. This kind of ceremony, which is called anakuta, cooked rice is stacked like a small mountain for prasadam distribution. Henamate anakuta korila sajana Purī Gosai Gopalera Koila Samarpana. In this way, the anakuta ceremony was performed, and Mādhavendra Purī Goswami personally offered everything to Gopal. Aneka Gata Bhari Dila Suvasita Jala Bahu Dinera Kshudhaya Gopala Koila Sakala. Many water pots were filled with scented water for drinking, and Lord Sri Gopal, who had been hungry for many days, ate everything offered to him. Yadyapi Gopala Sabha Anavyanjana Koila Tara Hasta Sparshe Puna Temani Hoila. Although Sri Gopal ate everything offered, still by the touch of his transcendental hand, everything remained as before. Atheists cannot understand how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appearing in his form of the deity, can eat all the food that is offered to him. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadahang bhakyuparitam asnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. The Lord is Purna, complete, and therefore he eats everything offered by his devotees. However, by the touch of his transcendental hand, all the food remains exactly as before. It is the quality that has changed. Before the food was offered, it was something else. But after it is offered, the food acquires a transcendental quality. Because the Lord is Purna, he remains the same after eating. Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. It's from Ishopanishad. The food offered to Krishna is qualitatively as good as Krishna, just as Krishna is avyaya, indestructible. The food eaten by Krishna, being identical with him, remains as before. Apart from this, Krishna can eat food with any one of his transcendental senses. He can eat by seeing the food or by touching it. No one should think that it is necessary for Krishna to eat. He does not become hungry like ordinary human beings. Nonetheless, he presents himself as being hungry, and as such, he can eat everything and anything, regardless of the quantity. The philosophy underlying Krishna's eating is understandable by our transcendental senses. When our senses are purified by constantly being engaged in devotional service of the Lord, we can understand Krishna's activities, names, forms, qualities, and pastimes. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi Navave Grayam Indriyai Sevan Mukhe Jivado Swayam Eva Spuratyadaha. No one can understand Krishna by the blunt material senses, but he reveals himself to his devotees, being pleased with them for their transcendental loving service unto him. This is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. The devotees understand Krishna through revelation. It is not possible for a mundane scholar to understand Krishna and his pastimes through research work on the non-devotional platform. This is, last two sentences are very important. That Krishna is known through the heart by the grace of Sri Guru. And it doesn't matter how great of a researcher you are, how much you can read Bengali, Sanskrit, everything else. You won't find what's really there without connection with Krishna, without the revelation in the heart. And leaving that revelation in the heart, someone can memorize anything, any scripture, but he won't really have it. So this is the wonderful thing about Krishna consciousness, that it comes to us by the heart, regardless of our external capacities. Everyone receives, depending on their degree of devotion. Krishna says, as they surrender to me, I reward. So, by our surrender, we receive in our hearts the experience of Krishna and the feeling of the presence of the Lord, and gradually this grows and grows until the feeling of the presence of the Lord overwhelms all of our external feelings and senses. This is the process which we have faith in its development, that we will gradually develop to the point where our attachment for Krishna and our love and service to Krishna will overwhelm our material attachments. This we are confident of. It may take many lifetimes. It may happen immediately, depending on the sincerity and the surrender of the devotee. Okay. Iha anubhava koila madhava gosai tara tani gopalera lukana kichunai. How Gopala ate everything while the food remained the same was transcendently perceived by Mādhavendra Purī Goswami. Nothing remains a secret to the devotees of the Lord. So everything is revealed by the grace of the Lord through transcendental service. Entering into that plane of pure service, everything becomes apparent by the grace of the Lord. Eka dinera udyoga aiche mahotsava koila gopala prabhave hoya anye na janila. The wonderful festival and installation of Sri Gopalji was arranged in one day. Certainly all this was accomplished by the potency of Gopal. No one but a devotee can understand this. Prabhupada says, everybody's astounded that Krishna consciousness has spread all over the world in 5 years. But then he says, Krishna doesn't have to take 5 years. He can spread it immediately. We're simply instruments. Arjuna was victorious in 18 days because Krishna was on his side. Yatra Yogeshvara Krishno, Yatra Parto Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Srir, Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. As Narottam Das Thakur stated, Tandara Charana Sebi Bhakta Sanevas, Janame Janame Hoy E Abhilas. Sincere devotees serve the Lord by surrendering to their lotus feet life after life. Bhakta Sanevas, they cannot go outside Krishna consciousness. There's no understanding or estimating by our mundane senses or mind or intelligence how the development of Krishna consciousness will happen. It's beyond our range. But we can feel it within our heart by our faith and surrender. So unknown to the external senses. We're entering into a realm that's inaccessible, imperceivable, unknowable by any mundane endeavor, no matter how they may be qualified in terms of mundane acquisition and qualities. It doesn't matter. The real thing is devotion and surrender. Verse 80. Achamana dia dila vidaka sanchaya arati korila loke kore jaya jaya. Mādhavendra Purī offered water to Gopal for washing his mouth and gave him betel nuts to chew. Then while arati was performed, all the people chanted Jai Jai, all glories to Gopal. Shaya korila nutana kata anana Navyavastra ani tara upare patiya. Arranging for the Lord's rest, Sri Mādhavendra Purī brought a new cot, and over this he spread a new bedspread, and thus made the bed ready. Trina tati dia chori dik avarila uparete eka tati dia achadila. A temporary temple was constructed by covering the bed all around with a straw mattress. Thus, there was a bed and a straw mattress to cover it. Puri Gosai Agya Dila Sakala Brahmane Abala Brida Gamera Loka Karaha Bojane. After the Lord was laid down to rest, Mādhavendra Purī gathered all the Brahmins who had prepared the prasadam and said to them, "Now feed everyone sumptuously, from the children on up to the aged." Sabevasi krame krame bojana korila, brahmana brahmani gane age kao yaila. All the people gathered there sat down to honor prasadam, and by they took the food. All the Brahmins and their wives were fed first. According to the Varnashram system, the Brahmins are always honored first. Thus, at the festival, the Brahmins and the wives were offered the food, the remnants and the food first, and the others, the Vaishyas, Kshatriyas, and Shudras, later. This has always been the system, and it's still prevalent in India, even though the caste Brahmins are not qualified. Anya gramera loka yata dekita aila, gopala dekiya sabha prasada koila. Those who took prasadam included not only the people of Govardhan village, but also those who came from other villages. They also saw the deity of Gopal and were offered prasadam to eat. Dekiya purira prabhava loke chamatkara, purva anakuta yena hoila sakshat kora. Seeing the influence of Mādhavendra Purī, all the people gathered there were struck with wonder. They saw that the anakuta ceremony which had been performed before during the time of Krishna, was now again taking place by the mercy of Sri Mādhavendra Purī. Formerly, at the end of the Dwapara Yuga, all the cowherd men of Vrindavan had arranged to worship King Indra, but they gave his worship up, following the advice of Krishna. Instead, they performed a ceremony whereby they worshipped the cows, Brahmins, and Govardhan Hill. At that time, Krishna expanded himself and declared, "I am Govardhan Hill." In this way, he accepted all the paraphernalia and food offered to Govardhan Hill. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, and there's 5 long verses. Prepare very nice food of all descriptions from the grains and ghee collected for yajna. Prepare rice, dal, then halava, pakora, puri, and all kinds of milk preparations like sweet rice, sweet ball, sandesh, and laddu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, therefore, advised the cowherd men to stop Indra yajna and began the Govardhan Puja to chastise Indra, who was very much puffed up at being the supreme controller of the heavenly planets. The honest and simple cowherd men, headed by Nanda Maharaj, accepted Krishna's proposal and executed every detail he advised. They performed Govardhan worship and circumambulated the hill. According to the instruction of Lord Krishna, Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd men called in the learned Brahmins and began to worship Govardhan Hill by chanting Vedic hymns and offering prasadam. The inhabitants of Vrindavan assembled together, decorated their cows, and gave them grass. Keeping the cows in front, they began to circumambulate Govardhan Hill. So this ceremony will occur in about 4 weeks in Govardhan. And there'll be thousands and thousands of people circumambulating the hill and taking prasadam offered to the deity. Sakala Brahmane Puri Vaishnava Korila Se Seva Madhya Sabha Niyojila. All the Brahmins present on that occasion were initiated by Mādhavendra Purī into the Vaishnava cult, and Mādhavendra Purī engaged them in different types of service. In the scriptures it is stated, Sat Karma Nipano Vipro Mantra Tantra Visaradaha. A qualified Brahmin must be expert in the occupational duties of a Brahmin. His duties are mentioned as 6 Brahminical engagements. Patana means that a Brahmin must be conversant with Vedic scriptures. He must also be able to teach others to study the Vedic literatures. This is patana. He must also be expert in worshiping different deities and in performing the Vedic rituals, yajna. On account of this yajna, the Brahmins, being the head of society, performs all the Vedic rituals for Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. This is called yajna, assisting others in performing ceremonies. The remaining 2 items are dana and pratigraha. The Brahmana accepts all kinds of contributions, pratigraha, from his followers, namely the Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras, but he does not keep all the money. He keeps only as much as required and gives the balance to others in charity, dana. So in order for the deity to be worshipped properly, the Brahmin must be a Vaishnava. Thus Mādhavendra Purī gave initiation to the Brahmins, even though they may have been very expert. They could not be a priest of this deity unless they were initiated in the Vaishnava mantra. From 4 in the morning until 10 at night, from Mangalarti to Shayana Arti, there must be at least 5 or 6 Brahmins to take care of the deity. So this is the standard that Srila Prabhupada is citing from the temples in Vrindavan. Our sampradaya is therefore called Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. As such, we must carefully follow the footsteps of Mādhavendra Purī and observe how he installed the Gopal deity on top of Govardhan Hill, how he arranged and performed the Anukut ceremony in only 1 day, and so forth. So the deity installation should be performed according to Mādhavendra Puri's activities. And so it was done in ISKCON. Punadina Shesha Prabhura Koraila Utana Kichuboga Lagaila Koraila Jalapana. After taking rest, the deity must be awakened at the end of the day, and immediately some food and some water must be offered to him. This offering is called Vaikali Boga, food offered at the end of the day. Gopala Prakata Hoila Deshe Shabda Hoila Asha Pasha Gramera Loka Dekita Aila. When it was advertised throughout the country that Lord Gopal had appeared atop Govardhan Hill, all the people from neighboring villages came to see the deity. Ekadina Ekaka Grame Laila Magina Anakuta Kore Sabe Harashita Hana. One village after another was pleased to beg Mādhavendra Purī to allot them one day to perform the Anakuta ceremony. Thus, day after day, the Anakuta ceremony was performed for some time. So each village in the whole area wants to perform the grain ceremony for the deity of Gopal. So there's going on day after day. Ratri Kale Takurera Karaiya Shayana Puri Gosai Koila Kichu Gavya Bojana. Sri Mādhavendra Purī did not eat anything throughout the day, but at night, after laying the deity down to rest, he took a milk preparation. Pratakale Puna Taiche Korila Sevana Analana Eka Gramera Oili Loka Gana. The next morning, the rendering service to the deity began again, and the people from one village arrived with all kinds of food grains. Anagrita Dadi Dugda Grame Yata Chila Gopalera Age Loka Anaiya Darila. The inhabitants of the village brought to the deity of Gopal as much food grains, ghee, yogurt, and milk as they had in their village. So Prabhupada says this type of food is food in the mode of goodness, that by taking it when it's offered to the Lord helps us develop devotion in Krishna consciousness. Krishna himself comes in the form of prasadam, and by his grace, we are able to take the prasadam and develop in Krishna consciousness by his transcendental contact. And only demoniac people eat different kinds of abominable things by killing animals and so on. So Vaishnavas are not involved in that, and in fact, by the potency of prasadam and the potency of the holy name, even these demons can be changed to Vaishnavas, which we are, practical testimony to, having been grown up in a family of meat eaters and been so degraded in different ways, but having been brought to the standard of Krishna consciousness by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and Srila Govinda Maharaj, we are at least aspiring Vaishnavas. We at least know the direction that we should go. Even though we may not fully be able to do that, still we know that direction, and we try to the best of our ability to pursue our life in that direction. Purvadina Praya Vipra Korila Randhana Taiche Anakuta Gopala Korila Bhojana. The next day, almost as before, there was an Anakut ceremony. All the Brahmins prepared foods and Gopal accepted them. Brajavasi Lokera Krishna Sahaja Piriti Gopalera Sahaja Priti Brajavasi Prati. Sahaja, natural. The ideal place to execute Krishna consciousness is Brajabhumi or Vrindavan, where the people are naturally inclined to love Krishna and Krishna is naturally inclined to love them. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Ye yata mam prapadyante tangs tataiva bhajamyaham. There is a responsive cooperation between the Supreme Lord and his devotees. The more a devotee sincerely loves Krishna, the more Krishna reciprocates, so that a highly advanced devotee can talk to Krishna face to face. Krishna confirms this in Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. This is a transcendental verse which Srila Sridhar Maharaj has commented on, and Srila Prabhupada comments in a slightly different way. To those who are constantly devoted and serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So he goes on to say that naturally, based on the degree to which we love Krishna, Krishna gives that understanding. Okay. Mahaprasada Kaila Asya Sabaloka Gopala Dekiya Sabara Kande Duka Shoka. Throngs of people came from different villages to see the deity of Gopal, and they took Mahaprasadam sumptuously. When they saw the super excellent form of Lord Gopal, all their lamentation and unhappiness disappeared. So by the potency of the deity, the people are transformed from mundane dissatisfaction and unhappiness, lamenting about their circumstance, into a life of hope and happiness. So this is the potency of the deity. And coming before the deity in a regular way, chanting and praying before the deity, we get the reciprocation of the Lord and some feeling of the experience of the reality of transcendence and the reality of our eternal serving relationship. The deity has that specific kind of potency that we can take shelter of. So Lord Gopal is reciprocating with the villagers who are coming, who are naturally inclined towards devotional service, but being involved in survival in the material world, they feel lamentation and unhappiness. So go before the deity, and that automatically for them disappears. For us, it may be reduced a little or not at all sometimes, but still we understand and we have some experience that of the deity's potency and of the ability of the deity to give us a sign of the reality of the transcendental realm. This is the mercy of the appearance of the deity. That's why we have the deities in our temples. That's why grihastas have small deities in their homes, to establish the reciprocal relationship through practice, sadhana, doing regular artis, attending regular artis, and developing the nature of love of God. Asha Pasha Vraja Bhumera Yata Grama Sabba Eka Eka Dina Sabe Kore Mahotsava. All the villages in neighboring Brajabhumi, Vrindavan, became aware of the appearance of Gopal, and all the people from these villages came to see him. Day after day, they all performed the Anakuta ceremony. Gopala Prakata Shuni Nana Desha Hoite Nana Dravya Lana Loka Lagila Asite. In this way, not only the neighboring villages, but all the other provinces came to know of Gopal's appearance. Thus people came from all over, bringing a variety of preparations. Maturara Loka Sabha Bada Bada Ahani Bhakta Kordi Nana Dravya Beta Dea Ani. The people of Mathura, who are very big capitalists, also brought various preparations and offered them before the deity in devotional service. Dhani, Prabhupada translate Dhani as capitalists. What would be another translation of Dhani?
A person who
wealth?
As wealth.
Yeah.
A wealthy person.
Yeah. Okay. So who are very wealthy persons or capitalists. Swarna Ropya Vastra Gandha Bhaksha Upahara Asankhya Aise Nitya Badila Bandhara. Thus countless presentations of gold, silver, garments, scented articles, and edibles arrived. The store of Gopal increased daily. Ekamahadani Kshatriya Korila Mandira Keha Paka Bandara Koila Keha Ta Prachira. One very rich Kshatriya of the royal order constructed a temple, made some cooking utensils, and someone constructed boundary walls. Eka Eka Brajavasi Eka Eka Gabidila Sahasra Sahasra Gabi Gopalera Hoila. Each and every family residing in the land of Brajabhumi contributed one cow. In this way, thousands of cows became the property of Gopal. Srila Prabhupada says this is the way that we install the deity. by everyone participating, contributing prasadam, contributing some of what they own. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. By serving the Lord, one's senses are gradually purified. The engagement of one's purified senses in the service of Lord Rishikesh is called bhakti. When the dormant propensity for bhakti is awakened, one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead as He is. Bhaktya mam abhijananti yavan yas chasmitat. This is the process of giving Krishna consciousness to awaken the living entities in the material world. Everybody's sleeping, nobody knows, though everybody's engaged in a distorted form of bhakti, no doubt, everybody's serving. We understand that. But how to develop and find out that real bhakti, which is the foundation of our existence. If you think about it and look around, everybody's driven to serve. There's no doubt about it. But they're serving the wrong object. The supreme subject, Sri Krishna, is really the point of our serving, and should be the point of our conscious surrender and love. What time is it now?
8:36.
I think we should stop. Pretty good. Went on for a long time. Okay, so tomorrow, Mādhavendra Purī will be further discussed in his devotional service to the Lord, and we'll learn of his being sent off to get the sandalwood, and going to Ramuna village and Gopinathji and all that. Sri Chaitanya-charitamrta ki jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswatamat Acharya Brinda ki jai. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana Giri Dhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha Ichai Gosai Chori Charana Vandana Jaha Hote Vignanas Abhishta Purana Echai Gosai Charmuni Taradasa Tam Savara Padarinu Mora Panchaga Kanera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanivas Janave Mora E Abhilash Echai Gosai Jabbe Braje Koilavas Shri Radha Krishna Nitya-lila Kodila Prakash Nityanande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Kordiyasha. Hari Nama Sankirtan Kohe Narottama Das. Hari Nama Sankirtan Kohe Narottama Das. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Sripad Shishi Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakhak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Brinda Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Mathura Dhama Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Mayapur Dhama Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Purushottama Ketra Dhama Ki Jai. Shri Baladev Subhadra Jagannath